Ethical leadership sounds a little bit like it's a class about how to be an ethical leader. That's not actually what this is about. This is a class about how do I, as a leader, create environments in which the people who I'm charged to lead are actually doing the right thing more often than not. You know, it's tempting to think about this course as a remedial course that you take when you're sort of like fallen down and you're trying to fix it. Or maybe your organization is up against sort of this ethical predicament or dilemma. My worry is that if we get to that point, we're a little bit too late. This is not a course about how to make a decision today. It's a course about how do we create organizational environments so that when inevitably there's somebody sitting in our organization in some unknown seat somewhere who's facing a predicament, how do we ensure that they answer the predicament in the way that we as leaders of the organization want them to answer? One of the things I've realized is that our own personal values, when we think about how to enact them, the right thing to do and the wrong thing to do is always, for us, very imminently clear. It turns out, though, that it's usually pretty challenging to get other people to encode those values into their behavior in a way that is aligned with how you think about the world. And it's not because you're not doing a good job of articulating those values. It's because values are sort of abstract guides for behavior. They're not literal rules or policies. When people think about how to take your value and translate it to their day-to-day job, there's an awful lot of room for interpretation. You're never going to be able to eliminate that. The best thing we can do is to create a cultural environment in which everyone at least articulates the same shared values. The goal is to help you create the organizational environment that increases the likelihood that we surface those questions, which is the only way that we ever get the opportunity to wrestle with it and to ask ourselves, what is the right way to instantiate our values in this particular sort of behavior?